I'm going to tell you a story of the mama ape and the little shills that followed. So, of course, Reddit's going around. They've created more posts. They're trying to take me down because mean old Charlie, man, he's just reading from documents. They can't. They're losing their minds because they can't find a way to weasel out of this argument because I have all the bases covered. So, again, it's kind of hilarious. They're triggered. Why? They can't disprove what I'm saying because I'm reading from the documentation. We're going to get into it. We're here to look at more desperation and take a closer look at Suzanne Trimbath, the irrelevant saleswoman who has been out of the market since 1993 as far as the DTCC. And I know you're going to watch this, Trimbath, because I know you're helping Reddit mount the attack. You can keep trying to stop me. You will not. Okay, I don't care how long you worked at the DTCC. You will not. So let's begin. We have a cross post that was from 2 days ago. I think I exposed Charlie. I think. He's not even sure. He thinks he exposed me. Lying because I removed his comment. Oh no, he must have not had anything worthwhile to say. Yeah, and I can't even comment on your subreddit. So takes two to tango, buddy. They're fucking terrified. So I'm a shill. 5 days ago, debating ComputerShare's legitimacy, effectiveness, and downsides with Charlie from Charlie's Vids. Not FUD, looking for a discussion. I appreciate whoever put this out there, but as you were probably quickly aware, no one wants to have a debate because they don't have any arguments. They would completely embarrass themselves. And by the way, Trimbath, if you would like to have a spaces where you can get all of your fan base in front of you in public, I will happily destroy you in front of your ape audience. Please, for the love of God, reach out. And so let's set this up. I would love nothing more. Anyways, offered to debate. I kept it up for 2 weeks. Not one single human being came forward. So I guess not one person's left. I'm not even Creand. Well, I know why he didn't come forth because he doesn't know anything what he's talking about. But this is their typical response when you ask them to debate. There's nothing to talk about. ComputerShare is GameStop's transfer agent. Yeah, they've only been their transfer agent for 12 years. So the fact that we just now realized this makes it a catalyst for MOAS. Awesome. You can look it up yourself, yet he won't look up himself all of the documentation that shits all over this ComputerShare nonsense. It's funny that you have to argue with the person that was literally in the markets during this time, or when the DRS was being, corrupted, basically. And this is for 3 months ago. So I've been called a shill all year long, but guess what? I'm here. I'm still here, baby, being proven right. Every time. Always comes back. Guess what? This time's no different. No different. By the way, this is the kind of people that write these posts. Nice grammar, bro. Did you pass 3rd grade? Okay. Then this. If you go to this Twitter, shill alert, Charlie's Vids, unsubscribe now. He's no longer an ape. You go to the tweet. No longer, the account was suspended, likely due to a fake account. So again, whenever you encounter enemies, you're going the right way. And my enemies just so happen to be a bunch of mouth-breathing, impatient kids from Reddit who don't have enough backbone to come talk to me man-to-man. So keep that in mind. Now, let's turn our attention to Trimbath. Time at DTC, August 1987 to August 1993. 6 years and 1 month. Why she's here with the apes in 2021? To promote this book. That is the only reason she's here. Changed my mind. Based on her book, she's been fighting the rigged markets and her whole career, or during her whole career, specifically against, this is in her own words that she wrote to the SEC. While I was employed by DTC, my industry liaison role exposed me to a broad range of DTC activities, not only with the CTC, but with bank and broker-dealer participants, each a participant, and collectively the participants' activities. Many of the same companies that were transfer agents were also banks. Well, no shit, Trimbath, how come you're not talking about that right now? Citibank, Chase, Bank of New York, U.S. Trust, and that was way back then. I'm sure now, as we all know, or, those of us that pay attention to reality know that Bank of New York Mellon was acquired by ComputerShare as well as Wells Fargo Corporate Trust, which guess what the DRS registration system under ComputerShare, which branch it is? It's the corporate trust. So hope you're having fun over there in Wells Fargo, everybody. Wells Fargo, but it's DRS. Yeah, DRS is for the DTC, which we're going to read here in a minute from the one and only Trimbath. So The necessity of working with DTC departments and companies on these two complementary sides of the securities business gave me a strategic perspective that was not afforded to most operation managers at DTC. And then we skip down a little bit in the page, and I'll link this all below if anyone wants to read it. Therefore, DRS DTC. You see that? DRS-DTC. So there was the thing that she was trying to advocate for. It was called TA-DRS, or right, it says right here, DRS-TA. This would have been the good one. But unfortunately, Trimbath failed. She failed because this ruling was approved shortly thereafter. So instead, DRS DTC was a new service. This is clearly demonstrated in SEC release number 34-37778. So even your own ape leader is giving you resources to debunk your own argument. I guess she thinks you're all this stupid that you wouldn't go on the internet and try to look up anything against what she was pushing. She's full of shit. So she was DRS-TA against DRS-DTC? Then why is she pushing it now? I don't know. Probably because she's a shill getting paid off. I don't know. I don't really care. I'm just reading stuff to you. Anyways, a DTC managing director publicly announced a timeline for the complete elimination of any transfer business that handles physical stock certificates. Creand, the guy that keeps saying physical certificates, read something, brother. Anyways, the elimination of any stock transfer business that was not enrolled in FAST and DRS DTC. Remember FAST? She wrote it. I'm proud of you, Trimbath. You actually wrote the word you're ignoring in today's market. Perfect. And by the way, I know your username on Reddit. I know who you are, Trimbath, and I'm watching you. So keep that in mind. Specifically, as clearly demonstrated in the attached DTCC PowerPoint. Oh, damn. PowerPoint. We have something in common. Anyways, October 20th, 2006, a true and correct copy of such PowerPoint slide is annexed here 2 in Exhibit G. Such managing director stated that by 2008, DTC wanted to be the self-proclaimed Roach Motel of stock certificates, and that certificates get deposited to DTC, but they never come out. The wording on the slide states that all withdrawals will be done via full DRS, referring to DRS DTC, which is what is in existence today. So guess what? DRS-TA doesn't exist. It's DRS-DTC, the one she didn't want to get passed because she was against it. But hey, I guess people do change. 15 years later, now she's pushing it because reasons. So that's good. So why is she pushing so hard for something she spent her entire career fighting against? Well, I don't know. That's a question you're going to have to ask her because I don't care. I'm just going to wait until the next attack, then respond in the same manner until you're all done with your bullshit. Because guess what? You're not winning. You're not even chipping away at anything. You're just sitting there making yourself look worse and worse. And I am laughing my ass off. I am having a blast. And I know everyone in the Discord is too. So I'm having too much fun watching the entire Reddit community implode due to not having one single argument for their position. Other than nuh-uh and but Trimbath said, an irrelevant DTCC worker from the 1990s. If you haven't noticed, a 6-year career at DTCC ending in the 1990s is completely irrelevant to 2021. So those of you trying to use that as some kind of leverage of your argument, it is not leverage in your argument because you have no argument. So change my mind, please. I will be right here. So what are you doing, Suzanne? We want to know. Actually, I don't really care, but I think a lot of people in the community honestly probably do want to know. Anyways, she wasn't much of a teacher. She tried teaching for a while. If you go look at her ratings on Rate My Professor, there's tons of different colleges that rate her terrible. Now, take that for what it's worth. I just thought it would be fun to bring that to your attention since they like to attack me for no reason. Yeah, she's a garbage teacher, according to some people. And yes, Rate My Professor is a legitimate website. As you can see, these people got decent ratings, but not her. I guess life ain't fair, huh? So my message to Reddit, you can keep trying to take me down. You never will. I don't care if I lose subs. I don't care if I lose views, or I don't care if I lose watch time. It doesn't matter. I know the people that are with this channel are not leaving, and there's one reason for that. Because if they left, they would have dumb fucks like you to rely on, and dumb fucks like Trimbath to rely on, who have no inkling of a clue of what they're doing other than pushing their own personal agenda. And I don't have time for that shit. But considering how there's not a lot going on because everyone's only talking about computer shares, I'm going to keep making these videos until someone out there can come and prove me wrong. Please, please, somebody. Please. Please, I'm begging you. Oh, here's another one, by the way. Trimbath, I know you're helping the apes with the mounted attack. I know you're watching this. Keep going. I like this game. When you result to this kind of behavior, you lose. You're pathetic. Change my mind. Anyways, I'm going to go get baked now. And yeah, I'm going to go, get my next shill assignment because I'm getting paid money. So much money. Anyways, talk to you all later. This is fun. This is so much fun. Reddit's they're so lost, man. And I think they are starting to idolize me. If you guys want to learn anything, don't forget, I have a literal encyclopedia of information for this year. If you want to ever come to the light, let me know. But until then, here's your complimentary blindfold, because you motherfuckers are in the dark.